This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. Even though we are seeing below normal temperatures for this time of year, doesn't mean we won't see another heat wave before fall comes around. And that means you may be cranking up your AC units. So what are some ways to stay cool without burning a hole in your pocket? Well, Annette Sweet from Ameren, Missouri is here this morning with some tips. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Thanks so much for coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So there's a lot of things that you can do in and around the house that doesn't cost a lot of money and that will actually save you money on your electric bill.
Yes, there's a lot of things you can do, and a lot of what you do with your energy is just lifestyle.
Right.
So if you stay on top of it, you can save some money. Like in your home, without spending any money, when the sun's out, it's really hot out, just draw your blinds or curtains during the day. Set your thermostat up while you're gone for cooling. Set it up to 80 when you leave, and when you come back, it won't take that long to cool back off again. Also, you can use fans, good old-fashioned fans.
Right.
Will keep the air circulating and make you feel more comfortable at a higher temperature.
Interesting. And what about our windows? Is there anything we can do with our windows, like, caulking them or anything like that?
Sure. Outside your house, caulking or around your doors, weather stripping will save you money during the summer as well as the winter.
Because for a lot, I know my door at the very bottom, the little cracks, so I just know how much air is actually seeping out of it, cool air out into the outside. So what are some things you can do outside of your house in order to help save on electric?
For a longer term solution would be to plant something to shade your outdoor air conditioning unit. You don't want to get so close that you block the airflow, but you want to provide some shade if you can.
And why is that? What does that do?
It helps the unit not operate quite so hot.
So it's not working overtime.
Doesn't have direct sun on it all day long. Yeah.
Any other tips that you can give our viewers?
On the outside, I can't think of too much, but on the inside, another thing to consider that really does very well if you have a fairly regular schedule is an thermostat that's automatic, that you can program it to set to come back on before you get home, and to raise the temperature in the summer or lower the temperature in the winter when you're gone. And it really will save you quite a few dollars over a heating or cooling season. Yeah.
I bet. And what I also like is the whole blinds. It's so simple to close your blinds. I know a lot of people like natural light and they don't want to use their lights, so they keep their blinds open. But on a hot day, maybe close them for a couple hours and then eventually open them up towards the later part.
You want to block the heat, direct radiant heat, and you want to block airflow coming in and out of your house. Like you said, if you've already paid to cool that air, you don't want it sucked outside. Yeah. And another thing that can be helpful to people is to go ahead and use, if you haven't already, start changing out your light bulbs to the CFL or try the new LED bulbs. Both of those, if you have a house, change all the light bulbs to the more energy efficient bulbs. You'll be surprised. You'll notice it on your bill.
Really? Interesting. So now let's talk about Ameren's website. You have a website, and there's a lot of tips and tools that customers can look and help them save different ways around the house when it comes to money and everything. So talk about that.
Right. It's called Act On Energy, and you can just go to actonenergy.com and click on home or business, whichever you're interested in, and you will come to different screens that will offer information on all sorts of topics. If you're interested in putting in more insulation, if you're interested in changing out equipment or whatever, it answers a lot of questions. But of particular interest right now are the rebates that they have for changing out. If you have an old air conditioning unit that you would like to change out, you can get up to $720 in cash back rebates for using the programs to go to a more energy efficient unit.
Interesting.
And then there are about 300 participating contractors, and they'll do all the paperwork. So it's relatively easy.
Wow.
And also, if you don't want to change out your air conditioning unit, but it needs some attention, you can get a $75 rebate on a tune-up as well.
Look at that. And that's what we love to hear.
And another popular program is the refrigerator recycling program. and that's where we'll pay you $50 and arrange to pick up an old working refrigerator or freezer. And so you get that thing out of your garage and get $50 back. And if you want to replace it, you can get something more energy efficient than the old models.
Nice. Well, that is great information. And the nice thing about the website is it's free. There's no membership fee or anything. And so if they want to look up some tips on how to save money, they don't have to pay anything for that. So what we'll do is we'll link that website on our website at heartlandconnection.com.
Great.
Thank you so much, Annette, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back.